It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat. This is the place
Welcome in,
that
everybody.
you wanna be. But all trolls we delete, you better believe it. Just so you know, for those that stay with me, so we know. It's getting so out of control. Just so you know, we don't go. For those that stay with me, we know. But it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team ZIYAH, Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the flip side, man. Until then, we gone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So I noticed yesterday that a lot of people that was tuned in to me is not subscribed to my channel. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware on how to subscribe to this channel. You hit the 3 dots the same way that you hit the like button. Welcome in. Shout out to all the sleuths in the building. I hope y'all drop down in the chat and let me know what y'all think about what we talking about today. So I just wanted to go over the fact that, like yesterday's video, we had 59% of the people watching not subscribed to my channel, and only 40% was actually subscribed. So please hit those 3 dots and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Passion Fruit. Welcome in. Thank you so much for dropping down in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to BFF in the building. So listen, y'all, today I'm going to be challenging myself because it's a video, it's an interrogation video that I have not reviewed on this channel. And so today we're going to go over it, but the audio is not the best. I'm going to be stopping it and repeating what I can hear because I got on these big headphones and I can hear better with these on. So I'm going to turn this music down a little bit more and we're going to tune in to it because I was listening to it yesterday and I heard some things that I hadn't heard before, like the clip that I was just playing, for instance. Let me turn this down a little bit. And yeah, y'all let me know if y'all hearing something different too. You know, I literally did not review this one. But we gonna do that today. And when I tell y'all bad audio is my pet peeve. So we gonna get into it. So again, please make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Press that thumbs up. We want to get to 300 thumbs up. And of course, like on the replay, we want to get to 1,000. We need way more thumbs up than I see. Okay. Shout out to Spicy. Shout out to all the sleuths in the building. How you doing, Spicy? So, and also welcome in, Renan. I think that's your name. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Shout out to all my sleuths in the building. Okay, let's pull this up. Now, y'all might have seen this. I don't know. Let me move this right quick. Oh, let me move this. We got to move a bunch of stuff around. Let's see. If you didn't get a chance to watch my live stream from yesterday, make sure you check that out. You could find the playlist by hitting more under the description. Spicy said, I just hit the like button and I'm well. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Thank you. Welcome in, sleuths. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and put us up. I'm gonna pause it, but I'm gonna play that clip again that I had just played as I was coming in. Let me do this.
That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes. That some of the pictures she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but you could still tell that it was her. That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe it?
Now, what Shannon Jones was doing was clearing up what Jarvis had just said out of his mouth during interrogation. So this dude told on himself a lot more than I realized because I only played the clear audio. I didn't even listen to this, y'all. I promise you. So we gonna get into it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I know I can't be the only one that didn't hear all this. And then also, I want to make sure that we know that we got a connection with Jarvis and that church. Now, this was dated back 11 years ago. That's the same funky purple covers on them chairs. Okay? I don't believe in coinky dinks. And that one picture that they had on that shiny outfit, the twins and the mother was in the middle. I believe that picture was taken in this church as well. Next to that coat rack that's over there, because it was like a yellow cover over the pole. And I ain't 100% sure, but it sure looked like it. So would y'all say that's the same building? Jarvis is definitely connected with that church also. He was there. This fresh out the joint too. I mean, he hadn't been out that long. Maybe, I don't know, a year and a half or something. I'm not sure. But he looked creepy on that picture. Creeps gonna be creeps at all times. Okay, let's see. We gotta move all this stuff out the way. We got to move this stuff out the way. Looks like it. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Let me move this. And we gonna get started. Now the audio is bad. It is. But the good thing about it, I like when they repeat what was said, you know. And then, like I said, I got on these big headphones. So I'm gonna repeat some stuff too.
Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime sleuth? Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for sharing me.
Okay, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Shout out to Justice is a Process.
And this is clip 2.
That's where we listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I found out this was, I actually want to. You know what I mean? But I try to keep my distance away from it because I don't want you to be
The history.
You know what I'm saying? So I have this.
I can't hear anything you say.
Okay.
He is very quiet.
I just want to point out.
My volume has to go up.
Wait, hold on.
Let me try turning it down on the TV.
I just want to point out that it has nothing to do with him. It has little to do with him being quiet and a lot to do with all the static and the horrible audio equipment that they got. Like, come on, man. First of all, where is his microphone? Shouldn't that recorder be right there? Like, it's, I don't know, y'all. Look, we ain't even got through 1 minute yet, and I'm complaining. Okay, we gon' listen.
I can't hear one word.
We can't either, but we trying. Didn't they know they needed good audio for this? Happy Sunday, Lady JJ. How you doing? Shout out to my salute in the building. Happy Sunday.
When I found out this was I actually went to. You know what I mean? But I try to keep my distance away from them because I don't want you to be.
The history.
You know what I'm saying? So I have this best I could. You know what I mean? I have the flyers. You know, I don't have friends.
Right.
You know, sometimes I have flyers. You said flyers? Flyers. Oh, flyers. Flyers. In the area. You know what I'm saying? So I said, once I have positions towards me.
Now, in that clip, Mr. Buck was talking about him keeping his distance given his history.
Yes,
And that he tried to help as best as he could with flyers.
that he was trying to help with flyers regarding the ZIYAH being missing, yes.
Now I'm gonna play clip 3.
What are the accusations? They said I knew she was at, I was supposed to be in the area, some shit, this is what the detective was telling me I was supposed to be in the area all the time. I'm like, bro, I work in the fucking area.
Right.
That's what I'm saying to you, so.
Did they say why they picked you, or why they came to you, or were you just
They,
alongside people?
I understand they said they saw a text message. Talking about, and I'm gonna meet them, and I explained to the example what that meant. You understand? Anytime we saw a text message from her, they said she texted me, really like, I was told. Am I gonna do that? That's I can pretend that's where what's the place? I say, well, from time to time, I have them clean up, I have them do odd jobs. And I owe them money, so a lot of times they don't get the money that day. I probably come the next day and I always go to the grandma's house. I'm not supposed to have been there, I'm supposed to be in the grandma's house. I'm supposed to be going to grandma's house back out for work.
Okay.
To give them the money.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? So.
Oh, I saw that.
So that was a normal text.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear this at all. It's not as good as I thought it would be in these headphones. It sounds louder, but it sounds crappy. So he said something about meeting her at the grandma's house to give her some money or something. Like, really? So that's what he said. Shout out to Miss Patty. How you doing? Shout out to my moderator and member in the building. Shout out to the Sleuths. Sleuth Nation. Yes. Okay, so I heard him say that. He was something about going to the house to give her some money and okay. Let's see what else. God, this is horrible.
She would have been texting me. Yeah, like that's talking about I owe money. You can bring me my money.
Yeah.
Do you have any work for us? You know what I'm saying? And that was really, like I said, that was really good.
Something about she had did some work for us. Who is us exactly? Because it was some us's involved in this whole thing. She did some work for us. Okay.
The odd jobs, man, I pay them. Sometimes, man, when I was working at Frank's, I said they're late, so I'll have them come and clean the office space.
Right.
We have a bathroom, clean the bathroom, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Organize this for, and I pay them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll make sure.
So it would be jobs like that. Nothing more.
Now,
You talking about some office space organizing, cleaning the bathroom, and something else he said. It's all lies.
that clip, he talks mostly about that there was some text messages. He would have the girls come and clean, be at the shop, he would have workers.
Yeah, he was talking about, he would pick up the kids, he would give them a little bit of money, and they would come clean up and tidy up the shop.
And that he believes that it's normal for her to text him for work.
Yes.
Okay, and so notice that they said that he would pick up the kids. What part of Annette's testimony made sense, or even Shannon's talking about, oh, he don't come in the house, the kids go outside to talk to him and all this stuff, and then later you find out he picking them up at the house to take them to the shop to be away from the adult supervision with his record. So him coming in the house what does that mean? He ain't got to come in the house if he can take you from the house. But we know he was doing both. Shout out to Extension. Welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for dropping down in the chat. Probably never did any cleaning while up there. Exactly. We seen videos of them outside dancing while he looked like he fixing on a tire. Why would you have girls going to the auto shop? Exactly. For what? I mean, wasn't nobody safe around them, but yeah. What do you need the girls for? We know what he needed them for. So let's see what we can get out of this, because we'll hear a little bit more stuff eventually. Can y'all hear this good? Because I think that because bad audio is my pet peeve, that I'm trying to trick my brain. You know what I'm saying? Because I know partially why I can't hear even more is because it drives me nuts. And I'm really trying to tune into it, but it's hard. It's hard. Are y'all getting anything out of this? Let me know.
Flip forward.
Do you remember that? And then you tried to tell them like it was for the money and they just weren't listening? Or
I remember that one text because we were busy that day.
okay.
And I never, I've seen it. And but like I said, I don't think nothing of it.
Okay.
Now, he's referring to seeing a text message, but being busy.
Yes.
What was that about?
When I believe that when she was texting him, he's referring back to when he was interviewed with Detective Mays and Johnson about the messages that she had texted him. And that he had assumed that he was going to be picking them up by the grandma's house, and he had replied because he was busy working. And then he finally replied with, okay.
Now, you also interviewed Mr. Butts the next day. You came back the next day.
Yes.
What's the reason you came back the next day?
We had some more questions.
Okay. And was he once again, I guess, was he still constrained by that advice of rights?
We had him sign another one. He read another one that day and he signed it that day as well. I'm pretty sure, or we showed him this and he agreed to it. That's what it was. This was the paper. We showed him, he agreed to it, he understood it, and he continued to talk.
So they tried to make a big deal out of it because he didn't sign another form at the other interrogation that like they infringed on his rights in some kind of way. But they clearly asked him if he understood his rights from the last time and all of that stuff. But it probably should be uniform where you just do it all over from the beginning. But he wasn't able to use it. He was trying to. And then also notice that, he admitted that he was supposed to be picking her up. from the grandmother's house. And then in the other interrogation, which is where I learned that he was supposed to be picking her up from the granny house, I learned that from the other interrogation video, but they had said it here also. So he told on himself the whole time. So when people are saying like, I don't feel like he's a victim at all. I don't feel like, he didn't have anything to do with it. Shout out to Teresa. How you doing? I don't feel like he didn't have anything to do with it and that somebody else put him up to it. Because listen at him telling on himself. And we know good and dang on well he ain't covering for none of them women. Not one.
Okay. So you were using that same form?
Yes.
Okay. And once again, sorry. Okay. Okay. Once again, he acknowledged his rights.
Yes.
And he did continue to speak with you.
Yes.
Okay. He didn't mention anything about not wanting to speak with you.
Correct.
And did he give you any reason in your experience to think that him speaking with you wasn't voluntary?
No.
And now I asked for what years for voluntariness for June 6th, June 1st. Maybe?
Sergeant, do you recall on June 1st, you were with your partner, Sullivan? You didn't have a time form.
Well, we had presented this back to him. We had this form, advised him that this was still, if he understood his rights, and he agreed.
So your words, I believe, were, you remember the form you signed yesterday. You still understand that?
And did I say that, or did
No.
Sergeant Sullivan say that?
Sullivan said.
Okay. You want me to say what Sergeant Sullivan said?
No, I just want, you went with your partner and you understand that nobody had him sign anything.
That he was re-advised of the rights from the form that he had signed the first day, and he was shown the form, and he agreed to continue to talk.
Are you sure he was re-advised or told you remember signing the form yesterday?
You would have to play to hear the exact, I can't tell you the exact words that Sergeant Sullivan said. I don't recall his exact words.
So, Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. As I recall hearing this tape, there was no reading of rights for the second date. The only thing that happened on the second date was he was advised, if you recall signing the form yesterday, yeah, that still applies.
Do you want to play it so that I can hear it?
Sure. Do you want to play it?
Hey, Joy, welcome in. Shout out to the Rooks in the building. How you doing, Rooks? I know it's horrible. They have not found her. Where is she? Where is she? Oh, Lord, I will the car. Hold on. Well, I'm going to have to wait. What are we waiting on here? Let me play my little... Oh, here we go.
So you understand. I have the right to remain excited and you don't have to answer any questions. Principally, you want to make any statements. Any statement I make or any.
So for the people coming in,
Best to play that to show that he worked. I want to see that as well, to show on the 31st what he understood it to be.
oh, I see. So they still on that, trying to make her Oh, okay. So they trying to make her find a part in the video. Wait, hold on. That might be too far. But I was saying, for everybody that's coming in now, this is a interrogation video that I had not reviewed, and when I was watching it last night, I heard some things that I hadn't heard before, and I started recording it because I was gonna put little pieces in, because it's so much dead air in this, right? So this is one of the things that I had heard that I had not heard before, right here.
A little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? Can you describe one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes? That some of the pictures she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but you could still tell that it was her. It was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? Can you describe one of the photos that...
So what they had asked him, they was like going over these text messages, and she was like, I see that it was a photo sent. It was some photos sent. What were those photos? And he said that. So she's repeating what he said, and I hadn't heard that at all. Not at all. Shout out to everybody hitting the thumbs up, everybody in the building dropping down in the chat. And Lady JJ said, yes, I saw that at Joy Comes in the Morning. That's why I don't understand why they can't find her. The whole family is crazy. It looks like. Welcome in, Sister Abby. I hope I'm saying that right. I hate jacking up people's names. But shout out to all my sleuths in the building. We're going to keep going. Shout out to all of Sleuth Nation. Because y'all sleuthy if y'all in here and listening at this bad audio with me. It's horrible. But we getting something out of it. He made another big deal when he was like, who was he talking about? Like, who was he talking about? As if he don't know that they talking about ZIYAH in this whole thing. This is him. When he wasn't asleep, he was making problems. Allegedly. Because this dude slept through most of the dang on trial. I think he half sleep right there. I really do.
I'm sure you want to know what it is you're talking about. We got to go over your rights that you've done before. I'm not understanding if you're familiar with them, right? As we move along, this is not like we got to talk in 2 minutes and get out of here, right? If I'd like to talk to you, right? We'd like to get a little bit if we could. If there's things that we don't want to talk about, just simply say, like, let's get that, we're talking about this. Is that fair? Honestly, we're not going to flip the script. Yeah, we're not going to flip the script and start screaming about it. There's just a lot of things going on. We're involved in some of it. We're just trying to get like our mind wrapped around some of it.
So I want to point out that the date on here is 5/31/24. And this is like, okay, so on a police report that I put up yesterday, or the piece of it, let me put that up. One thing that I noticed is 5, the month of May. Wait, not that. Right here. I noticed something else that happened in May. It was May of 2023, though. Right here, 5/1/2023, when he got that weapon charge. I'm just saying, that's what I noticed when I looked at that date. First thing that came to my mind. So 5/31, so 30 days and a year prior at 1/24.
Okay. Is that fair? Okay, you're familiar with your rights, right? You do me a favor, I'm sure you've done it before. Can you read this to me? You can read and write?
Okay.
Okay, how far did you go to school?
Some college.
Okay, where at? Where at? Oh, okay, nice. If you could, what we're gonna do is have you read those and then initial them and see if you understand.
I have a right to remain silent, I do not have to answer any questions, which mean or make any statements. Any statement I make or anything I say will be used against me in a court of law. I have a right to an attorney present before and during the time when I answer any questions or make any statements. If I cannot afford an attorney, I will be appointed for me without cause.
Why do the audio sound like it's breathing out? It's like up against a air conditioner vent or something. Like, let me see if y'all can hear anything. Can y'all catch any of his words? Let me know. Can't find her because no one is talking. Oh, right. Nobody is telling where she's at. And there's other people involved that we don't know about. Sound like. Shout out to, says hi from Scotland. Shout out to My Tune. Welcome in from Scotland. I appreciate you tuning in. Are you a crime sleuth? If you are, you came to the right place. Please welcome My Tune from Scotland. Teresa Wright is a shame. Teresa said, I can't believe the family has went on like nothing has even happened. Man, like, yeah. Pretty much. No resolve, no nothing. No memorial, no anything. Just all lies and confusion and silence now. The good thing is we still here. We still here and we still talking about it. And we ain't gonna stop.
What part to your question? I can't decide at any time to exercise my rights and not answer.
And also shout out to all the other creators that's keeping the ZIYAH Hair's name alive.
Any questions or make any statements. I understand that these are my rights under the law. I have not agreed or promised anything that I have now desire which answer any questions, puts me or make a statement.
Any questions about those? Okay, could you do me a favor, just like initial next to each line, and then what I'll do is I'll sign it. Have my partner sign it. So I'm ready for you to take time, and I'll explain exactly what I'm doing.
That's not what
Yes. And then sign it, my signature and the date and time.
Hey JT, welcome in. I think this is my first time seeing you. Y'all please welcome in everybody, especially the new people when y'all see them pop in. Thank y'all so much for dropping down, especially my moderators, but y'all know. They are the real stars. Shout out to Pink Panther. How you doing? Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Lady JJ. Yeah, man. I'm loving that everybody is still talking about it. And we all hear different things, you know. I really like this circle of everybody talking about ZIYAH. I don't know if y'all know this. If you go to like, you could, in this video, it might have a hashtag in it, right? Click on that hashtag and that hashtag will take you to a whole bunch of videos. You see what I'm saying? If it's blue, that means that it's hyper. And when you click on it, it'll take you to a whole nother page. So if you ever see a hashtag on my channel, just click on it and see what you find. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel and set all notifications so you know every time I go live, because 60% of y'all are not subscribed to my channel from yesterday. And we back because I did a poll and I asked y'all people that were here, what did they want to talk about tomorrow or the next live? And so everybody, 57% said ZIYAH. So that's why we back. So thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll set up there, you sign right there. It's May 31st already. And I got 1:26 p.m. I'm gonna ready to do one there now. I'll explain it.
Thank you, Alma.
What's your birthday again, Jarvis? 21.
For the record, that was from People's Exhibit 27, and it was paused at 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
Welcome to Team Viral Viral My Squad. I should say, Alma. I just made you a moderator. If you could help us get them thumbs up, that would be great. Because I really do need help with that. Letting people know, hit the 3 dots or double tap the screen, all that. We want to get to 300 thumbs up. Right now, we only have 40 thumbs up and 132 people watching. I don't ask for much, y'all. I don't ask for money because I don't like begging. Everything is there if you want to donate and stuff like that. But the thumbs up is so important. And if you here watching, that means you enjoy my content. So you show your support by just hitting the thumbs up. So thank you to the 40 people that did. But we got 132 people in here, y'all. We can definitely do better. Thank you.
And this is playing from Exhibit 29 at 1 minute, 20 seconds. Oh, didn't share. Sorry.
Thank you, Miss Patty.
Playing at 1 minute and 22 seconds.
All right.
Good morning.
So here's my thinking. We had talked after we left, right? And my thinking was, I'm literally leaving tomorrow morning on a 7 a.m. flight to Washington for 2 weeks.
And shout out to Lady JJ. Welcome to the Viral My Squad. Yes, I definitely noticed you in the chat. You always on the replay. I really, really appreciate that. That's how I get to know people. Like, if you in the bushes, then I don't know that you watching and supporting me. And I do want to have more moderators, but if everybody is hiding, then I don't know who's there. I don't know why everybody hide and don't drop down and stuff, but we don't bite over here. We bite back. You know what I'm saying? But we do not bite first.
And I'm thinking, like, how would that look like? We talked to them, we had a good talk, we had certain, some stuff that we went back and looked at, And I'm thinking, like, if I come back 3 weeks from now, they're probably like, I don't remember that conversation. I just thought if we could, we'd like to talk to you this morning or today, and then I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, right? So if you want to talk to me after, if you want to, there's going to be a gap. Does that make sense? Okay, because I just thought, like, just same thing, turn the table, right? You guys come talk to me, and 2 weeks, I'm going to come back to the third week, what gives, right? So I'd like to ask if we kind of continue our talk. Can we talk some more?
Okay.
Okay, all right, so, but yeah, same rules apply, nothing's changed. We don't want to talk about something, we don't talk about something. There's no trading on it, so we went over your rights yesterday. I'll probably just have you sign into the form, right? Just so you're protected, we're protected. There are, if you want to just continue with this one. Okay, you're still familiar with your rights, correct? Right? Okay, nothing's changed, right? All right. All right, so,
oh, you know what?
I paused at Exhibit 29
I'm
at
gonna pause
3.
right quick too. What Miss Patty just said, hit the reactions on the right side of the screen. That is very helpful to also hit the reactions. I noticed that everybody might not have some of the stuff. You might have an outdated phone or need to update YouTube or something like that if you don't see the reactions. But I do see people hitting the reactions right now. Thank y'all so much. And also, if you want to have a good viewing experience on my live stream, the best way to watch me where the screen will be in full is from your cell phone. So I have been getting like some comments from some people saying, asking me to make my videos bigger and telling me that they little and stuff like that. Grab your cell phone and watch me for a bigger screen. And when you are watching me, make sure you hit that square to maximize the screen. Yeah, my videos are geared more towards cell phones, but you can also watch me. People watch me on everything, but cell phones if you want it to be bigger. So I hope y'all enjoying this and getting something out of it. But I gotta pay a little bit more attention so I could catch a few things because this is horrible, this audio. But it's gonna get better. I mean, we'll hear a little bit more stuff.
8 minutes and 3 seconds.
Because he said something about they was just the way that they worded it, like him trying to act like, oh, I didn't say that to her. That was my kid's mother that time. They like, how do you know the difference? Like if they both texting you from the same number, how do you know when it's ZIYAH? How do you know when it's your kid's mother? When he talking about, something about I want some pee or so, I did not text that to her. Then it was another time talking about a message that he talking about because she was out at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I had texted her or something like that. So that shows us that she was hanging out at some point, if that's true. I mean, I guess she's seen a time that it was a time that he had texted her. And he was, I think that was a time when he was like, I just want you to be with me and nobody else or some bull crap. We gonna keep listening.
Seconds. Judge, I would just say that it's Mr. Butts who agrees to continue with just that form. And I would also argue that another form is not actually needed. He did have that form in front of him. And in fact, because there was not even an invocation of a right, or there was nothing that would be, ambiguous or unequivocal, that there doesn't need to be another form signed. And Mr. Butts is clearly aware of his rights, as he stated. And he is the one who agreed to be okay with not signing another form and not going through with that.
And Your Honor, I would argue that just because he may know his right does not dispose the government of their duty.
So here he go with this petty mess. That's one thing I noticed with him is always something petty when he speak. And I want to say shout out to everybody that just subscribed, because we started out at 16,351 and now we're at 16,365. So thank y'all for hitting the subscribe button. And go ahead and make sure you set all notifications so y'all won't miss anything, because I got a lot of content on ZIYAH. 3 playlists, shorts, videos, and live streams.
To make sure that he is read, understands his right each and every time they interview him. So the fact that they may think he knows his right does not mean that they aren't supposed to read his right, make sure he understands them, make sure that they're accurate before he waives. That's not a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver.
And Judge, I would just say that Mr. Butts was not even under arrest for this case. There was no rights he even needed.
Yeah.
He was in County Green for something else.
He was in County Green for somewhere else, but he was not in his cell. He was not on his floor. They took him to another place where he was not free to go.
He wasn't free to go because of another reason, Judge, not because of anything to do with this case.
So I also learned, I heard him saying that he went to Wayne State College. So that question of whether or not you understand is out the window for me. The male detective did offer, he said that he might as well do a different form, a new form for today. And the defendant, Mr. Butts, said it wasn't necessary, not those exact words. He says the same rules. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. And are you familiar with your rights? And asked him that, and he said yes. And if there was anything that was not voluntary about that interaction.
Exactly. So sit your butt down and go back to sleep because all he got is pettiness. Shout out to Cynthia. She said, I pray for my city, Detroit, Michigan. We praying for your city too, Cynthia. Are you still there? Are you still there in that city? Man, there's a lot going on there. And it seems like a lot of corruption from the CPS, the school, the police, the school police, everybody.
So I'm going to
Sure.
I'm going to be my research and try to be voluntary.
Thank you, Josh. And Sergeant Jones, that June 1st interview was audio recorded,
Yes,
and it was also video recorded,
yes,
just like the day before.
correct.
And that video, with
Welcome in,
just being put
Sherry.
here, is that a fair and accurate depiction of the video statements that you took back on June 1st?
Yes,
Over Exhibit People's Exhibit 29.
Any objection outside of the one already?
Outside of my standing objection.
Yes, it'll be admitted.
And it was also audio recorded,
yes,
and you had a chance to review that audio,
yes,
and that was a fair and accurate depiction of the audio recording of the interview back on June 1st.
yes, ma'am.
And I would move for the admission of Exhibit 30.
With the same standing objection, I will admit it.
Thank you, Judge. And now I also have clips for this.
Shout out to Sherry Sleuth in the building. I just made you a moderator. Welcome to the Viral Mod Squad. Thank you so much for your support on the replay and being here now and everything that you do for the channel. Y'all just don't know. I really appreciate the replayers because y'all help put us over that hump. And that's why I'm like, no, we got to shoot higher. We always had the 100, 300, 500 thumbs up thing, but we going for 300 out the gate because we definitely should be getting at least 1,000 thumbs up on every video, in my opinion. So we want to work on that. So we're going to have to push that more. And I need more moderators to help push that. Help lead more people as they come in to the like button, because really it should be the first thing you do. But I know with me, I forget sometime when I'm watching other people's videos and it reminds me when they say something. And especially when you got moderators that's paying attention, real attentive to the chat. I love going into a chat where people are kind and speak, and you know what I'm saying? If somebody got a question and you got the answer, you know, or something that you can't answer, you could get my attention or have them get my attention. And also, I've been trying to remember to open up the phone lines every time I go live, because I want to hear from y'all. I do want to know what y'all think. Sometimes I can't look at the chat like I want to, and that's why we got moderators and Nightbot, you know, letting everybody know what's up. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Welcome to Sleuth Nation, y'all.
Do you mind if I sit while I?
No, I don't mind.
Thank you.
Yes, we a whole sleuth family over here. If y'all are really into really being a sleuth, like my memberships, like we got sleuths, we got detectives, private eyes. I think we even got hounds, you know. So if you have any skills and you dig or anything like that, let me know. Or also if you want, because I have been in contact with the boyfriend and I got more information and stuff like that. I want to know if there's anything that y'all want me to ask that I didn't. And like I said, I'm waiting to get more members to be able to do the live stream. That's why I'll do exclusive things, release it to members first. Some stuff might not ever be released publicly. If I go to any trials or court dates or anything like that, all of that stuff is going to happen on the membership. And some of it will be on the sleuth tier and some of it will be on the other one, detective, I think. Private eye, detective, sleuth, yeah.
Pushing clip one. Sorry. Yes, from exhibit 29.
Straightforward, have you, can I ask you if, I'm not telling you, I'm asking, like, did you see her? Okay, so.
And you were, Mr. Butts asked if he saw her.
Correct.
Who was he referring to?
Hey, I'm so happy you made it. I
What were we talking
said,
about? Did I see her when?
On the 9th of January, 2024.
And I'm playing clip 2.
And yeah, that's okay.
What is,
Yeah, all we heard was, did you see her? I don't think.
see, he being petty again. That's the part I was talking about where he trying to act like he don't know who they talking about here. He just said her. What about, I mean, we didn't. And so then they taking time trying to figure out, trying to get to the part where they actually said her name. Then she just decided to ask her. But I said, I'm so happy that you caught a live stream. Shout out to you. But shout out to you on the replay too. I appreciate that. I be pinning y'all comments in the on the replay, and I said sometime I'll read some of the comments. You know, I just gotta yeah, I got a lot of things I gotta do. But I appreciate y'all.
I think there's enough context for her to make that statement. This is what they're talking about. If that's the question that was asked, I just actually go back a little bit further and play the exact question and answer.
I'm sure Mr. B have a full interview.
Petty.
I do, Judge, but it's 3 hours long.
I don't need to hear the full interview, but if she's going to answer from the simple question, did you see her? The answer is no, that all this other information applies. I'd at least like to hear that. That's all I'm saying.
Judge, I would say that this entire interview is submitted.
So I do think this is, did you see her on the 9th or something like that? And yeah, we know he did.
If the court wants to review that, I can go back a little further. It just might take 1 second.
There's very few people in there. Tied up in there. All this unnecessary stuff. Oh my gosh, Sherry.
Couple seconds back at 35:50.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Sherry. Wow, that is a lot. My condolences to you. I just lost my cousin and went to his repast yesterday and had some family from out of town. So I was doing that in between my lives. I went live and then I went and did that. And was just hanging with them on their way out of town. So it's a lot, you know. So sorry to hear that. Shout out to Big Rooster. Welcome in. Is this the first interrogation? I wonder, did he know he was going to be questioned about ZIYAH? This is not the first one. This is not the first one. The first one was in February. This is March or May. I think is what no, June, actually, right here. So wait a minute, this changed. Because didn't I say it was 5 something? But okay, so this is June 1st, 2024. The other one was in February, I think February 14th. It was sometime in February. I remember King was February 13th. It was somewhere around there. So I don't know how many times they had talked to him before this, though.
Okay.
Did he ask you that told you?
Let me play that little clip for the people that's coming in, because he definitely told on himself in here. And he gonna get to that too, but I just want to help him a little bit. This is the connection to the church. This picture connects him straight to that church.
That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes. That some of the pictures she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but you could still tell that it was her. That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos?
So that's Jarvis in interrogation telling on himself. Tell us more, sir. Tell us more about the picture that she sent you. He's actually a horrible liar, because he ain't, he didn't really have to put much effort into the lying about, when a woman questioned him, or if they ever questioned him, he wasn't worried about them. So he really ain't good at lying. When you listen at what he's saying here, he sounds so stupid, but we ain't got to it yet. We will.
I ask you, everything you've been saying is straightforward. Can I ask you if, I'm not telling you, I'm asking, like, did you see her? Okay, so,
That's not something else.
Judge, I would just say for context, the officer can talk about who they are talking about in general.
Ask the question.
Who are you guys talking? Who are you and Mr. Butts and Sergeant Sullivan talking about in this interview?
ZIYAH Harris.
Okay. And if there's someone else that you're talking about, do you mention them by name?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then when you continue with 2.
when did she go missing? January 9th? So if you know, like, how long, when was the last time you saw her before that? Like when did she leave town?
I want to say like 2 days before.
2 days before? Okay.
Yeah. 2 days before I said that.
You were all at the house because you're in
I put up all the time.
Yeah.
See how he tried to lie?
And playing clip 3.
He said something like he was on top of her. Okay, so the Michigan Department of Corrections sent us his stuff, and they said, hey, this is where I was, right? He had to be in by 9 o'clock or something. Yeah, but he had talked about a day, I don't remember which day it was, but he had talked about going out to Ypsilanti to drop a car off that was repaired. And he had mentioned you were there, and he mentioned ZIYAH was there. But I didn't know, that's why I'm asking, I'm not telling you, I'm just mentioning what he's saying, I'm not saying that, right? But,
Now, for what reason would you try to lie and act like she wasn't there? That's the part that just don't make sense to me. You had her sitting at that shop for hours. All these people seen her, and you didn't think nobody would say anything, and you lying like she didn't go to Ypsilanti and acting like he ain't seen her. Last time he seen her was like the 7th. When clearly in the other interrogation, he said that he seen her the day before. And he said something about her going back and forth with the guy next door. So how did you not see her? Like, liars tell on themselves every time. You got to tell another lie to cover up that other lie.
Playing clip 4.
okay. You drew it? Okay, was anybody with you? I don't know, like you said, was there a little girl with you at all, or a younger lady with you at all? You were by yourself? Did he drive out there also? No. What did you do? Oh, okay. Okay, no, I'm just wondering if it was his car or his sister. Oh, okay.
And clip 5.
Alright, so like that night, like after you dropped off and did all that stuff, did you hotel or did you stay at home that night? No.
So by this time, they definitely talked to his sister, because I remember the sister saying that she contacted Shannon and to get Shannon Jones' number on the 14th, I think it was, something that happened on the 14th. And so that was February 14th, and it's June right here. And they didn't talk to King and whoever else they talked to. And what he said before this.
And clip 6.
How she would text you off a phone. But they said she didn't have a phone. It was a phone. So she texted you from a phone number? Yeah.
See, now he lied again because he said she didn't have a phone. Now, she texted me from the phone. Slow.
Or from an app or from, if it was an app or anything, but she would text directly to your number. It was a phone number.
So it come in as a phone, like he said, I did, like the technology is not where, but it was coming in as a phone number. Alright, okay.
I would get a call from the number.
Okay, the same number?
Yeah, so
Okay. Did you lock in as her? Okay.
So maybe.
So, as he sit up here and lie, so JT said, was the guy still living next door? The guy that did his her hair, I believe. Well, he didn't live next door allegedly. His friend lived next door, and he just would visit there. He would be there all the time, I guess. And him and Shannon, and I know that because he called into Mark D channel, 7 Mile Radio, and was defending Shannon. So the beautician Devin allegedly will be at the second house. And the guy that allegedly, the older SO guy, he was living next door to the first house. So, pedos and GAY, it's a requirement that they live right next door to them, be friends, have them in the house, all of that stuff. Just a lot. And she spent a lot of time over there if he was doing her hair. I feel like they was getting her ready. You know what I'm saying? Good. Like they kept her hair done. She had nails the last time. It's like they dressed her up for this. He knew what his plans was, but he got her nails and all that stuff. Cause she, the one video that I seen her with nails, and then I remember hearing that in the last interrogation video. Yeah, I got her some nails. She, she was wanting some nails and all that stuff. I wonder, what did he tell her? Like, oh, we gonna run away. I need you to be pretty or something for this, like, because they literally got her hair done the day before, nails, dress up, all this stuff, and she clearly went home if she was walking in a direction of home, according to Marquis the boyfriend and our exclusive conversation. So, make that make sense. Think about it. If you sneaking, doing something, walking past your front door would be the last thing that you would do. So that whole, she went left instead of right or whatever, the right instead of left or whatever they said, make it make sense if they had moved down the street in the direction that she was walking to, and her tablet was found at home that she had at school. So just don't make sense, except for she went home. Probably grabbed some more clothes, changed her clothes, whatever. Or they met up later with some different clothes to throw around. Like, because that stuff was clearly staged. My opinion.
And clip 7.
Like that's your phone and that's her number she's texting you from, right?
No, she's texting this is
I'm gonna pause at 7 seconds. What is it that you are showing Mr. Butts at this time?
We printed out a copy of the text now messages.
And would those be the ones from people 16 to the 231 number?
Yeah.
Totally staged, JT said, and right, because she was not scared to be with him all night. Wasn't worried that she'd get in trouble with grandma. Exactly. And we know that she liked to get a permission when she would go with him. She had enough sense to tell him she couldn't go. Like I said, one time trying to pick her up from school. I'm about to go to lunch. I can't. You can't do that. Oh, did they say that I could go? Or I can't. They just only went to the Dollar Tree or whatever. They just went to the store. You know, like sometimes she appeared to be sneaking with him, but even then it was in the house. He coming in doing what he. I think he even tried to explain the panty situation too. Let's listen.
Continuing from 15 seconds.
It's going up here. And then if it's sent, that means that she sent it. And if it's received, that means that he replied. Something too bad and powerful. So this is from a text now app, is what they told me.
Okay, so I don't know what that is, but I know it's a phone.
Yeah, that's very okay.
Yeah, so.
It converts to a phone number.
Okay, so
And clip 8.
yeah, that's what I explained to them. Okay. But this is the only thing.
This is a weird one here, like for her, like send okay if you've seen this message, so I can delete your number.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't understand what that meant.
Like she's deleting the messages.
Like I didn't understand what that meant. Like why the fuck did you say that? It was just like a smile. I said okay.
Notice he cussed. That was his regular way of talking while he trying to play a nice guy. But we talking about somebody that's missing that you ain't seen since January 9th. This over 6 months, or right at 6 months that she been missing. And you cussing talking about her. Well, why the F would you do that? Because that's what you trained her to do.
Be the ones for people 16 to the 231 number.
Yeah.
Hey, Gina.
From 15 seconds.
It's going up here. And then if it's sent, that means that she sent it. And if it's received, that means that he replied. Something too bad and powerful. So this is from a text now app, is what they told me.
Okay, so I don't understand. I don't know what that is, but I know it's a phone.
Yeah, that's very okay.
Yeah, so.
It converts to a phone number.
Okay, so
And clip 8.
yeah, that's what I explained to them. Okay. But this is the only thing.
This is a weird one here, like for her, like send okay if you've seen this message, so I can delete your number.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't understand what that meant.
Like she's deleting the messages.
Like I didn't understand what that meant. Like why the fuck did you say that? It was just like a smile. I said okay. Like.
So he got frustrated because he got caught up in another lie about deleting the text messages. Yeah. And then she actually deleted the text messages. He's such a horrible liar. But he showed that don't stop him from lying. I can tell you that. Thank you, Lady JJ. Yes, please share this out, y'all. Share it on your social medias with your friends. Let them know what we do over here by sharing this video. No young teen should have experienced this demonic activity. Shameful. Exactly. And a known pred. Miss V, do you feel would Annette having a son that used to be law enforcement might have had a part he played, just thinking outside the box? Yeah, like that. Hey, it actually crossed my mind when I was talking to Marquita boyfriend, finding out that he actually is also a football coach. So he worked with kids and he's a cop. But he's pretty much in and out. He was coming to pick up, I think he said Marquita's son because he was playing football. Anything is possible coming from the Harris home. Yeah. I don't know none of these people, but it's a lot of sketchiness going on. A lot of sketchy people that act like it's normal behavior, the stuff that the sketchy folks doing. Like, I mean, this picture will not get out of my head. Hold on, let me go to it. ZIYAH, the way that she looked on this picture, man, it does something to me when I look at this picture. The way that I mean, look at her stance. I'm talking about everything. Like, everything changed. She wanted this fool to quit recording her, quit staring at her, quit gawking, harassing, terrorizing her. And these idiots just over there making it normal. And I don't know who these people are right here. But I think these is just kids looking in a mirror, but I'm not sure. I noticed they was there like the whole time. Or somebody was standing there. I don't know if it's a mirror or if it's, I don't know what's going on there. But weirdness. Weirdness. And she wasn't playing with them. Period. She didn't like it at all.
Okay, I'm gonna meet you, I'll be over to the house when I get done, you know, sure. So I'll be over there to give you that money, so that was, you know, I would never, I would pay them maybe that day or so. Okay. Or I'll pay them. The next day. The next day or so, you know what I mean? So how much would you typically?
And book 9.
No, she was. But, so you say you saw her like 2 days before she went missing. Did she look fat to you?
Bam, y'all see that? Now, this is one that I did not know that they asked him, y'all. Did she look fat to you? Bigger to you? Did her face look fuller to you? I had no idea they asked him this question. And listen at what he says.
She didn't look bigger, like she might have been showing, or she wearing baggier clothes. You didn't notice anything different, like face getting rounder? No, you just saw her. I mean, when you see somebody every day, you don't recognize the change. When you see somebody and you don't see them for a month, you're going to notice. She looks like she is. You never heard about her being pregnant or anything like that?
Like I said last time, she said something. But I was like, what? She was like, I don't know what she was saying. It was like she wanted to get pregnant. It wasn't what she was pregnant with. I was like, girl, I'll beat your ass. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? And she was like, I was trying. She didn't stop us at this.
What?
You didn't notice anything different, like face getting rounder? I didn't have this. I said, I wasn't. No, you just saw her. I mean, when you see somebody every day, you don't recognize the change. When you see somebody and then you don't see them for a month, you're going to notice. She looks like she is. You never heard about her being pregnant or anything like that?
Like I said last time, she said something. But I was like, what? She was like, I don't know what she was saying. It was like she wanted to get pregnant. It wasn't what she was pregnant with. I was like, girl, I'll beat your ass like that. You know what I mean? And she was like, I was trying. She didn't stop us.
Okay, so he think he can resolve everything with pimping. We talking about paying the money. Now we talking about beating somebody and all this, right? So he sat up here and said that she wanted to get pregnant. And he said, girl, I beat your A. What? So you knew something about a pregnancy too. Although the story that he's telling about the pregnancy, I don't believe he knew something because he just said he knew something. But he tried to say at first, oh, she looked the same to me and all of this stuff. I hadn't seen her in a while. 107 and 70. Thanks for hitting a like on the way in. Yes, thank y'all so much. Like, for whatever reason, I guess I need to come out and go back in because my device is still stuck on 40. So I see 69 on my end. Thank you so much for letting me know that they went up. Shout out to Lady JJ. So what do you guys gather from the information? I'm trying to figure it out. Welcome in, Terry. Thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up. Well, right now I'm just absorbing the fact that he said this out of his dang on mouth, and I didn't even know about this because I never listened to this audio. And so it's just adding to the pound of bullshit that we already on top of. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Just adding to the pile. I don't believe that he a victim of anything. I don't believe that he covering for nobody or anything like that. He did it. He wanted to do it. I believe there's other people involved, but he the main person. That's why he's sitting where he's sitting at. I believe the others are involved somehow. They just need to get figured out. But definitely him. With his record, yeah, he did it. The legend.
And clip 10.
So,
You go back and play that one more time, the last one.
Yes. Replaying clip 9.
so you say you saw her like 2 days before she went missing. Did she look fat to you? She didn't look bigger, like she might have been showing, was she wearing baggier clothes? You didn't notice anything different, like face getting rounder? No, you just saw her. I mean, when you see somebody every day, you don't recognize the change. When you see somebody and then you don't see them for a month, you're gonna notice. She looks like she is. You never heard about her being pregnant or anything like that?
Last she said something. But I was like, what? She said, I don't know what she was saying. It was like she wanted to get pregnant. When she was pregnant or shit like that. I was like, girl, I'll beat your ass like that. You know what I mean? And she was like, I was joking. 2 minutes, I was
I believe it, Terry. Somebody knows, and it will come out. In my opinion, they all know what actually happened. Yep. They all weird.
So,
right.
Even though it's deleted, right, this is all from the same app. And I want to make it clear though, I read through them and I see a lot of them where she's kind of an initiator on a lot of things. And I get she's young and she's an initiator. And I also get there's history, you guys have a relationship with each other. We're not going to, when I say we're coming to a fork in the road, what I'm trying to say to you is stay on the same path with me, okay? Because you're hurting, you are hurting with all these people coming forward. Your daughter coming forward is hurting me, yes? Don't separate, stay on the path with me because your children that are out there are hurting because they're seeing all this stuff, right? Don't let this be the next thing that they're going to see. And this is, we can go over this together, and if you have any questions, we can talk about it, right? So this starts here in March. 2023? Yes, 2023. And this is where she's identifying who she is, okay? And this number here, it's all your number. And it's all your number throughout all the pages, okay? And over here is the column that says whether the person deleted the message or not. But when we talk about the nerds, once you put something out there on the internet, it's there forever. And if it's on a device, and it's in your email, and it's on your account, and it's on jarvisgoogle.com, and everything that you've searched is on there. All this stuff is leading to this. And I think that there has to be a way to break the pattern. And I'm trying to get you to stay with me to break this pattern. Because this pattern has been going since when you got locked up. And it may have started before that. But I think you got a lot of heavy on you. There's a lot of heavy right here that you're holding in. And it's here. Okay. Can you call Nana yourself? These are gonna be different conversations, right? She's giving you Nana's number. It's very clear that this is her. She has sent all these messages, and then you finally reply.
I just want to point out that she started with, can you call Nana yourself? Okay, ask for me type of situation is what I'm getting from that. Okay, so JT said the cartoon coat on a school bus seen at the auto shop, seen in Ipsy. Where is it? Good question. Good question. I ain't heard nothing about it. Haven't seen it in the evidence or nothing. Last seen in Ipsy. I don't think she made it back to Detroit. That's what I said, that I didn't believe that she made it back to Detroit from Ipsy. And then another thing I said is that I think, it was other people working that we had no idea was working with them. Like it's a whole nother vehicle that could have been out there waiting, or it could have been a vehicle out there parked waiting for Jarvis to take it over, or he could have switched cars with somebody. Like, just I believe they did a lot of things to confuse things. I believe that there's other people that we just don't know about. Shout out to Frozen Hearts. Thank you for coming in. Oh, you got a new PC? That's what's up. That's what's up. Congrats on that. Yes, please double tap the screen, y'all, to thumbs up. And thank y'all for the thumbs up. We got 69 still on my end. And thank you for I see we at 16,368 now. And we started at 351. So thank y'all so much for hitting that subscribe button. That really helps to get y'all to the content faster and get notifications and all that. So if you could set all notifications so you know the next time I go live. Yep, they haven't said nothing about that coat, JT. I wonder. They always talking about fixing walls, drywalling, and less kids put holes in the wall. You got a good point, because they do have a whole handyman system going on. We do know that she moved from one house to another. And then that IG page, I feel like it drops Blues Clues. And it was a video that they had one of the houses posted with the Zillow information, like how many square feet, how much, how many rooms. And it was a video of ZIYAH dancing in that garage with another kid, a little boy. And I wondered what was the significance, because they showed that same garage in the video, and it was empty, obviously, but they made it a point to show that ZIYAH and this little boy was dancing in there as if they trying to tell us something. Like, check this, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who running that IG page, but they definitely dropping Blues Clues. I did a video and said that. So I believe anything is possible. Then we got ZIYAH's father who worked on houses. We got her mom that worked on houses. It's all starting to come together, but not all the way. And then somebody commented under my video and gave me a name of a bishop that they said that ZIYAH father was talking about. Because remember, he was raving about the bishop and who he was helping with these houses. The bishop would give away houses and cars. He never said his name, never said his church. Somebody said, "Oh, he's talking about Wayne T. Preston or something." So I went and looked on that page, and it is a pastor by that name. See, the father had Wayne on his shirt for the property that he was working for. And but when I went and looked, if that pastor was the owner of this Wayne's property, I believe that we would have seen some evidence of that on the page. Because usually when people own businesses, or you would have had like an attached business page or something, I just feel like that pastor, he didn't fit the weirdness, because his church actually had people in it and it looked like a real church. So I don't know who that person might be. I didn't see anything that connected to that other church or having them in there or anything. But it is a person that exists with that name, Wayne. T. Preston. But the name on the father's shirt just said Wayne's properties. And like I said, Detroit is in Wayne County. So I didn't know, you know. I did notice though that the pastor of the church has a W in his name. It could be a middle name. I think I seen I seen a W in his initials. I'll have to double check that.
I call her, and I see she's hitting you up again, and then you reply, yeah, and it goes back and forth, right? So here I can kind of see, she's like, I just need somebody to talk to. So I think she's kind of reaching out to you. Was she going through your time or something?
But I told her, I said that as well.
So here's some more sent messages. She's tired of people telling me that they love me, and then the next minute she's crying. She keeps falling for people traps, and they treat her like shit. You're the only person I really trust.
Now I like this because also that the question is gonna come up about this person when she's like, you know, please trust me or whatever. I think that's gonna come up. And also, what was I looking at over here? I'm sure the dogs have checked the garages and basements. I think that her phone and stuff she had not posted yet. My opinion. Now, as far as I'm not sure, really, I'm not confident if you mean what I'm thinking, but as far as ZIYAH's phone, I do remember them saying that her phone was pinging back at the house, and Lady had her phone. It was pinging back at Annette's house, and it was a lady that was turning that phone off and on. But for whatever reason, we do also know that ZIYAH allegedly had a phone that day. Where is that phone? You know what I'm saying? She had a phone that day, according to King. He said she was sitting out there playing on her phone when she was in the car, or he said, I think we know good and well she wasn't just sitting out in the car with no phone, no nothing. But they don't have that phone. They don't have that phone at all. I ain't heard nothing about the phone. Thank you, Lady JJ. Yes, please subscribe and share this out, y'all. I greatly appreciate that. Thank y'all for subscribing. I see we at 16,371. Shout out to y'all. So we started at 351. So shout out to y'all for subscribing. Yes, we are in the building. We are Sleuthy over here. Sleuth Nation. That's who we are. Like we like to get to the details. We like to stay focused on the facts.
She asks you, do you think I'm ugly? Right? You reply, no. She says, thank you. And you ask her, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, she asked you, what are you doing? Then you reply, stop messing with people and just be mine. That's taken out of wrong context. All right, so I'm going to mark that when this wasn't meant like that. It's a typo.
A typo. Boy, he gonna make me call him something. Boy, get out of here talking about a damn typo. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's out of context. Oh yeah, that's a typo. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I see here there's like a bunch of missed calls and different things. I see there's a pattern here again. She's constantly, where are you? Where are you? Are you coming to get me or what? What's going on? Yes or no, it's getting late, right?
There's many times that I was saying, I'll probably be going on with it. I can't think it because they forget you. So, and it's actually she kept calling.
Right, so here she's sending me pictures. Do you remember what these pictures were? Those are in a separate folder. Whatever pictures she sent you. Did she ever send you anything that maybe she was trying to see if she looked cute or not, that you shouldn't have had, that you hurry up and that I received it? Yeah. I mean, you received it. We know that. There's pictures. So what I'm saying is this is just a text message. So here it tells you each time there's a message sent, right? All right, so we're still in March, okay? Then you sent something your company did you, and she says, what do you mean? You said, you heard me. And she replied, you can't do that. And then she said that she's leaving me going to lunch, love me, right? She always says love you.
See, so that's the one that I was talking about where he's trying to pick her up from school. Oh, you can't do that. I'm about to go to lunch. So she had way more sense than him. She wasn't just all willy-nilly with him at any time. She was making sure that it was proper, like permission and all of this kind of stuff. Thank you, BFF, and thank you, Lady JJ. I appreciate that. Welcome in, Sleepy Rob. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, shout out to y'all. I thought it was said Shannon had the phone. I could be wrong. Nope, it was said that her mother had the phone, and her mother allegedly was the same one that gave her the phone. But I know at one point she was asking Jarvis for another phone. So, but yeah, so let's listen at him tell on himself some more.
All of you, I love you, like, okay, it was like an uncle love? Oh. That's why we're talking the truth, because things can get confused.
Ain't no damn uncle love going on over there at all.
Right? Alright, and we see when she sends another message, she's telling you about how she's high, right? So you're like, so? And then why? Are you mad?
Now, it sounded like to me that she said she's high. I'm like, what? Am I hearing that right? Did y'all hear that part? Something about being high? Let me know if I heard that right.
And she replied, you can't do that. And then she said that she's leaving me going to lunch, love me, right? She always says love you. All of you, I love you, like, okay, it was like an uncle love? Oh. That's why we're talking the truth, because things can get confusing, right? Alright, and we see when she sends another message, she's telling you about how she's high, right?
Did I hear her right? She's telling you about how she's high, right? Is that what she said? I heard it the first time. I thought I heard it. And it does sound like that's what she said. Let me see what y'all say. If y'all can hear it. Oh, sounds like hiding. It sounds like hiding. Terry says, smell a lot like fish to me. Okay. Yes, that's what she said. Did she say hi, like, or hiding? I could do a poll to see what y'all think. I could do a poll. But I heard hi. Because hiding, that sounds like, okay. I'm going to play it again. Hold on, y'all. I got to go do something right quick. Let me play something. Because I can't play this because I'll miss it. I'll be right back. Woo!
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up.
Okay, we back. Thank y'all for holding on for me. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back again to see. But that's what I hear. Hi. So what we need to listen to is what she's saying around it. Let's see.
That's why we're talking to Drew, because things can get confusing, right?
Someone else reads from the outside and twist
All right, and we see when she sends another message, she's telling you about how she's high, right? So you're like, so, and then why are you mad?
So his response was so. And then did she say, why are you mad? Why are you mad? So I think high would be more, because if she said I'm hiding and he says so. But if she say I'm high, none of it makes sense. But I think she said hi. I'm gonna do this. We gonna let it keep going though.
Things can get confusing, right?
Someone else reads from the outside and twist
All right, and we see when she sends another message, she's telling you about how she's high, right? So you're like, so, and then why are you mad? What are you doing? What does NTH mean? Nothing. Then back and forth, you come to get me. Then she says, here, you can only text me by this number. Don't text the Google Meet number no more.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. Let me see what y'all saying on that one. Nothing makes sense. Neither one of them. Like, the conversation don't make sense. Let's see. Miss V will be right back. Okay, thank you, Lady JJ. Thank you for dropping a link to my page on Facebook. I used to stream on there every time I would stream here, but now I just share the videos over there sometime, and I forgot to do it today. If somebody could take this video and share it on Facebook, that would be great. Like, that would help a lot too if y'all would share it like to Facebook. More people will find out about us. Thank y'all to anybody who did share us out.
Okay, but then she finally got this app and it was like a consistent number. So after this Google Meet, then you're like, yeah, because I think that might be where the time that she got in trouble. And she got her some phone. They talked about she got a phone taken away. Several of them taken away. Phones, tablets. Yeah, so I see that there's a whole bunch of stuff in here about call her age, call her. Is this all like trying to get you to call her grandma? Okay, and then just maybe she was feeling down, just a random, I love you in there. Pull up, and then you mad at me. Why would she be wondering if you're mad at her?
because I'm wondering about the intentions.
So I see all these sent again, right? We're still only, now we're in May. This is May.
So if y'all could listen, because I think this is the part where, like, she just asked, why is she mad at you or whatever. I think this is the part where he's talking about she had left the house. It was 1:30, 2 o'clock or something. She was out late or something. I think this is that part. Let's listen for that.
What you doing? Good morning. I miss you. I miss you too. Okay. And you sent, I can't stop thinking about you either. Awesome. Yeah. See, it says receive. So she said here, I can't stop thinking about you, sent, and then you replied, I can't stop thinking about you either.
I was not that either, so I don't have that text message.
Her and her mom went through something?
I was talking to her about that, so I don't have that text message.
When was it? That was in, May of last year. Do you remember that? Yeah. So this is.
I noticed she just said May of last year. May is when he got that gun charge. So let's see if we could hear any damn thing on May of last year, which would be May 2023. And we know that I showed this. Let me pull it up because it is definitely something that happened in May. And I was thinking that it might have been associated with the guy that stayed next door that was 20 to 30 years old. And they had conversations between him and the ZIYAH. Jarvis came over there with a weapon, went in a man's house, jumped on him and all this stuff. Let's see.
From the time that she got something with her mom? Yeah. Okay, so with mom here, so now, wow. So we'll see if we can figure out what happened between her and mom. But she keeps asking, like, don't be mad at me. Like,
what happened between you and mom? And then she's saying, don't be mad at me. Wait. Okay, I'm trying, y'all. It's hard to hear. They suck. The audio equipment sucks.
Can you tell me why you're mad at me? Do you remember why? Okay, because for ignoring her? Or because you were busy? We don't hit you if you don't text them back or it starts. All right, so sent, back and forth. Something about I told you not to go into my room. Why did you take my stuff? Did you take something out of the room?
I found, her mother's nonsense about you. And I guess my bags was and I said, I found some bags. And I said, I was in my grandma's house. So I put her thing, so I touched that.
Okay, so this was some laundry deck, and you found her.
I found a couple of things I didn't know was fancy.
I mean, big, little.
I can't hear a whole lot, but it sounded like he found some panties, and I don't know if I heard found purple panties or not. This is ridiculous, okay? Like, but it do sound like he said that he found some panties because we do know that it was a conversation about some. You better not be in my room and all that, but they not telling him the whole conversation first. She gonna say it later. She just said something about him being in the room, and then she creeping up on the drawers. So let's see what he say.
Okay, it could have been her. Okay, all right. So here's a bunch of said where you at. I'm gonna call. Then we're gonna get to this one, which is this is where we're gonna stay on the same path. Okay. Can you read this one?
Yeah.
Didn't I make you come faster than ever?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you? Is this? Yes, you try calling her. So then it goes back and forth. Then she sent you, this is in June now, okay? You going to hit it from the back again?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
And then you asked her, send me some more pictures, please.
So send me some pictures.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so what pictures that I sent?
You said, send me some pictures, please. Well, that's probably the next page.
So what are the pictures?
So, and like I said, no, we got that, just at that, remember what I said about, is there something maybe she's, you know, I'm not saying you're a victim, but is there something that she's saying to her, playing with you, right? Did she ever say anything like, you know, I like you, you're sexual, anything like that, right? That's why I was asking, right?
This is hard to talk about.
It is.
Well, here's the time, because these are some of the questions that I asked the technician. We didn't have a sexual relationship.
That's a good, right?
We never had a sexual relationship.
Never.
These things.
He lying. It's just horrible, this audio, man. It
Look,
wasn't.
11.
Hold on.
So this is where you're like entertain the thought, this is to talk with her or something.
Like I said,
So I want to ask you this, and don't
Ms. Wilson, I didn't hear anything in that last clip.
We didn't hear anything in all of it. No.
So this is where you're like entertain the thought, this is to talk with her or something.
like I said,
so I want to ask you this, and don't
Thank you.
Wait, all that.
This is the other part that's sketchy about the whole thing. Like this audio right here, how's anybody supposed to do an investigation off of this crappy audio? It's so annoying. But we still here for it. So freaking annoying. Hold on, what Rob say? The investigators didn't have the volume right. Man, all that static in the background, like it's so much between them. It shouldn't be nothing between them but a microphone. I mean, whatever they recording with, it should be right. As a matter of fact, they need. Why don't they have audio good like the news? Why do the court have the worst audio? Period. I'm saying he should have had a microphone on his dang on shirt. He's whispering on purpose, and we know that he can talk loud. Okay, this is irritating me. It sounds like he said, I already answered this. And he probably did. Because he definitely answered this lying behind. Everyone, please, yes, please double tap the screen, y'all. Please double tap the screen. Yeah, it's so frustrating when they got money to have better audio like this. This is a very important part of the investigation. And we can't understand half of what they saying. What he's saying, and theirs ain't that much better. But he does talk at a lower tone that's blending right in with the damn static that's all in my ear. Goodness.
Clip 12.
I mean, I heard saying, send me some pictures of her after she's asking you if you're going to hit her in the back again.
I don't know what that as far as that goes, but send me some pictures. Like some pictures, like I remember a few pictures like her doing and all this outfit or something like that.
Notice how the the closed caption just stopped typing because it can't hear half of what he said. But it is helping a little bit, so I did just turn that on.
And clip 13.
All right, now we're back to the, are you coming over? I missed you, good night, call me. Then you randomly send her, and June 26th. I want some pussy.
No, that wasn't, I didn't text that to her.
Well, no,
I didn't text that to her. I texted that to my baby's mother.
He had to think about that. Did y'all see how he paused on that? He actually got a grin on his. Oh, I didn't take that to her. He answered that one real quick, didn't you? I text that to my kid's mother. Yeah, that's who that was for. What an idiot! Like, oh my God, we heard that, didn't we? Stupid. Let's go back a little.
All right, now we're back to the, are you coming over? I missed you, good night, call me. Then you randomly sent her on June 26th. I want some pussy.
No, that wasn't, I didn't text that to her.
Well, no,
I didn't do that, I didn't text that to her.
Yeah,
I said,
you did.
I text that to my baby's mother. So I didn't text that to her. So like I said, hey, you
hold on. You text this to Shannon?
Yes.
So this would be in Shannon's phone?
Whatever that number is that they use, like I said.
So Shannon sends you text messages on there too?
I sent her some text messages on the phone. Like I said, to her.
So you can have some whenever you come get me, call me when you want to tell you something.
Right.
You can get some today. Now here.
He had that finger pointing like he was in church for a minute. Like, yeah, she said, Lady JJ said, moving arms and everything. He came out his mouth quick. Oh no, I didn't take that to her. That was my kid's mama. Ain't nothing going on with him and Shannon. Ain't no hanky panky going on over there. That's why it took him a minute. I can't say Tashiana because Tashiana wouldn't have the phone connected to ZIYAH. Shannon, yeah, that's who it was. It was to her.
Here's where you can get some pussy. This is all within seconds of each other. Okay? Now here's why this is not Shannon. Because the next sentence is, tell her you have an inspection tomorrow and they come in early. And this is discussions about, so you can call grandma.
Yeah, so I didn't, like I said, I've never had a session with anytime I act, so I just as far as this goes, I do a recognition. These,
So this was meant for Shannon.
and those are
Was she using, she never actually done, did anybody else say, hey, this is me, this is what I'm home, right? That's what I was asking, or anybody, yeah,
so
would Shannon send this
I
down?
like Shannon called me from this number before, text me from this number before, my phone was broken.
Okay.
So she did it a couple of times.
Okay.
Now, like I said, this one, whatever the case may be, I remember getting this one because I was doing like inspection, but I never came
Where's the
against
inspection?
Like if you told them that there's an inspection in the shop, so
Oh,
they're supposed to come over and
I never said I'm sure, yeah, I would just give them, and just wrap it back, and like I said, they would be going longer than an hour.
Okay.
All right, and so are all these good morning, babe, I love you, missed you, are you naked? Is this all, we're assuming ZIYAH, this is, she's sending them. Are you naked? I don't want to get naked. Are you mad that I didn't? All right, so now here's where some pictures come in. This is the fit for today, which was her outfit. And she sent another picture. This is sent, and then.
Noticing some of these captions, Jarvis's voice is coming up as music because he in there singing like a bird. Because he in there singing like a bird, telling on himself. And this whole PIMP talk that he doing.
And you send her, but I can't nut inside you, so it's different.
And like I said,
And she says, why?
Look how he moved, boy. When it get hot, look at him. He can't stand still when it get real deep, can he? He changes his positions, right? Body language.
Can't, did you do it before? And you said, but I had to buy a pill to do it. What kind of pills you talking about?
As far as this goes, man, me and Shannon have 65 kids, so we're 65. It's not Shannon, portion. Like I said, if I was texting anything like that, it was strictly because of that.
So you're saying that's probably with Shannon?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm trying to differentiate, how do you know when she would take over that phone? Okay, do you remember typing that?
Which one?
I
can't
do you remember the conversation? I just don't know how, like, I'm reading this, we can't tell like who you're talking.
Wait a minute. So he said something about, he put Shannon in that, and I heard something about an abortion. So was he trying to say there that he was talking to Shannon and that conversation was about her having an abortion and not ZIYAH? But ain't no need of me taking it back because I can't understand it like that. But I did get a little bit of that. And so we know that a conversation between Roxy and Shannon happened where Shannon was talking about she took a pregnancy test and then it ended up talking about somebody else. You know, well, actually Roxy tried to say that Shannon was talking about herself, right? She wasn't talking about ZIYAH. And now he's saying this. And we do know that, we do remember that it was conversation about it would have been 6 kids. And I remember Jernell saying that on the Community Advocate channel. And she said, yeah, it would have been 6, but she lost one or something like that. But anyway, we know he lying. But just made me think about all the lies connected to the pregnancy.
14.
So in here, she's talking about, all this is sent, look at how many she sent you. All back, boom, 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 all within the same amount, right? And she's apologizing for something. I didn't go see anybody, I swear, I came straight back. My friend lives right down the street, she didn't answer, so I came back and went to sleep. I'm sorry, please. I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear.
Yeah, I remember those, cuss out. She was telling me shit. I heard that she was out. 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
See? I heard that she was out about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we got to keep in mind, this is June. So if it was May that he got into it with the guy next door, that would put him on a high alert, knowing that she allegedly was texting with this guy and they found out about it. So now he's saying she was out down, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, we did have text messages that talked. It was late night some of the times. What if it was such a tight ship? Would ZIYAH be out that time of night? I don't know. But that's what he's saying. Let's see.
So why is she calling you vague? You never corrected her on that?
I always corrected on everything.
Right. So he checked her about it being out 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Who is you, her daddy? And yeah, that is a good question. Why is she calling you bae? Stupid.
I was only out for 5 to 10 minutes. You didn't respond to none of my messages, so that's all in here. Stop ignoring me. Then she says, if you don't believe me, I'll send you my Instagram password. So she sent you her Instagram and she gave you the password, her Gmail password. I hope you believe me now. You really don't want to believe me, but I will tell you the truth. I just want to make your day better. So, like, looking at this, and whether you felt the same way, she thinks she's in a relationship with you. Why? Because how she's reaching out to you, she's confiding to you, she's calling you babe, she's saying I love you, she's apologizing, I didn't do this, don't be upset, stop ignoring me. Those are all things that I guarantee every one of the other women that get pissed off at you or whatever, you guys probably go back and forth and say, this is not a niece-uncle conversation. You may not have been looking at it a certain way, but she's looking at you a different way. Does that make sense?
Clip 15.
We know he the initiator of everything.
2,000 messages. I'm not going to try to sit here and read them all, right? So this is where, back up a little bit. This is still in June. A lot of stuff going on in June. Are you still picking up ZIYAH? And then you asked when. She says today. You said no. She said why. And then you said it's just me and you, because I was never picking her up. She says, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. Okay, but why would I did it? Let's say you didn't. So why say that to her?
It was just me and you, because I wasn't going out there. I had other things to do. And I think basically it was just me and you, but.
So that's out of context too.
So we know the other part of that conversation when it came down to Janiyah. And I mean, I didn't mean to say her name, but they did. But that's the thing. It sounds like she was starting to get irritated with her being there, because she also said that she was doing too much. So it's like, hold on, like, you taking over. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sounded like that to me. That kind of thing happened. Now, they played together all the time, danced together, did everything together. And this dude had them doing that together too, is what it sounded like to me. To the point where ZIYAH like, man, come on, she taking over type of thing. That's sick, really.
Yeah. All right, so this is still the same day. Okay. She said, let's get that in here. Because I was never picking her up. I really like that. You really didn't want her there, no way. That's what you said. I know I didn't want her there. This is not, I'm not picking her up. This is.
Why? And you see what I said. Why?
Because she do too much in your mind. Mine.
I said,
Meeting, and Shannon said that she said no for today. I know she said no for today. And she says the meaning is your mind and mine only, the dick and all of your mind. So this is about what you said.
that's what I want.
See, soon as they get to talking like that, he get to directing traffic, directing the church choir and everything. He sits straight back. That body language change up. Like when he know he caught like that. Thank y'all for the 95 thumbs up. Like, this bastard, I can't stand this dude, man. Look at him. This how you know he lying now. You know they at the truth. Soon as he put his hands up, he back up and do all that.
This is about the time that you said.
Oh, this is about those aspects they spend all the time.
That was like blew your mind away that she was talking about your dick.
Y'all notice that? Y'all see how I keep bringing up music when it's Inga talking? Ain't no music coming up out his raggedy ass mouth. Like he about to make me mad. It's between this audio and these lies. Those are two things I hate. Y'all want to know a little bit about me? I can't stand liars, and I can't stand people like him. And wherever else I was going with this, I can't stand liars and bad audio coming from Ingas like this.
She says, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours.
It's entertainment. So it's not like a role playing.
He done gave him some role playing. Was it role playing? No, it ain't no role playing. It's reality.
She's she's taking a little stronger than what he's throwing out there.
He popped right up, JT. Attention. They got you, dummy.
Well, this is sexual. I'm saying this was physical. Like, right.
What? Physical was never the actual. What? This is, yeah.
Okay, so just so you understand, this is sexual. Right, the context works.
Ain't nothing taken out of context at all. Wait, I'm saying physics. What? What?
You're saying physically is never been sexual.
Okay, so this is like a sex game. I want to know the meaning when you say yours, all of them. This continues to, you're agreeing here that this was sexting and you were entertaining it, but you never followed up on it. Right, that's what I'm saying. This is
just role playing.
You were just sitting there talking and you got to follow up and it continues.
That's the second time he gave him that. That is role playing. No, it's not role playing. Y'all don't give him no outs or make him feel like they understand what he going through. Like, get out of here. I think he already got touched up. He need to be touched up some more. Put him out in population. Shout out to Lady JJ. He deserve it.
17.
Okay. These pictures that she sent, what were they pictures of?
Now this the part. What was the pictures that she sent? So Sherry said, I can't wait until the trial. I really believe he gonna throw all of them under the bus. That's the thing, y'all. I'm telling you, like, they be knowing. I don't even think they gonna put him on the stand. But if they were gonna put him on the stand, they would already know what he gonna say. Like, I really don't believe if they don't bring in some new people or find some new evidence, they pretty much gonna just be proving the stuff that they showed us here. They gonna bring witnesses to prove it and all that stuff to help prove what they already presented. So I don't think it's gonna be like he gonna be on the stand and be like, yeah, it wasn't me, it was Shannon. Like, you can't speak out of turn and just say anything in court. Everything is orchestrated. Like, it really is, y'all. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be some surprises that shock me. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see, because they need some more players, man. And we seeing them popping out. But it is strange how, like, none of this, it was a lot of pressure on this case a year ago when Mark D was had all them people calling in and all this. I mean, it was bigger on Facebook, bigger in Detroit and all of this stuff. But why did none of these people that's speaking out now speak then? The only person that popped out a little bit was Devin. And I heard his voice and I thought, interesting. I thought that. And then the way that he was going to bat for Shannon. So then I was like, well, wait a minute. They best friends? Then finding out Roxy ran across Devin when she was searching over there when she first came up missing. And the first thing he said, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I want to have nothing to do with it. So he been in the picture as far as that goes. Let me finish this.
And he didn't do anything. So what? Describe the pictures to me. If I didn't know what the picture looked like, describe what it would be. What was she wearing when she was in the mirror? She ever sent you photos of herself? You did, Like, were they viewed like top to bottom, or but you could tell who it was?
Y'all hear this?
A little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos?
He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes. That some of the pictures she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but he could still tell that it was her.
What do we, I mean, trial over. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then they said they end up saying, well, we know that they definitely had that relationship going on. We not disputing that. But that don't mean that he took her out, basically. Like, this dude told on himself. He told all that. I had no clue. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Light them up. All in a name. Light them up. Yeah, thank you. Thank y'all for, we reached 100. Thank y'all for the 100 likes. Hopefully the replayers will get us to 300. We want to get to 1,000 eventually. You know, like, it ain't hard, especially when I get off of here and it be like 6,000 people then tuned in. But I do appreciate y'all for, we at 16,376. We started at 16,351. Okay, so that is great. I'm so happy y'all hitting the subscribe button and the thumbs up today. Shout out to y'all. We're going to have to do something special for that. Yes, the next goal. We almost there. We need 200 more. Yes, man. Shoot, wait, I haven't heard this. What pictures? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So she was explaining, asking him what was the pictures that ZIYAH sent to him, because they could tell that it was some pictures sent. There was a picture sent that said fit for the day, and then there were some other pictures, and he was explaining to her what the pictures were, and then they're gonna ask her to repeat it, basically. So let's go. Let's get to
it. 18.
Then here you asked her, this is now we're in July.
I'm just gonna pause it 6 seconds to.
Judge, may we approach?
Please.
Oh, well, they actually did already. Okay, so let me wait. Let me go here. Yep, he told on himself right there. She sent pictures. I'm gonna pull up the little clip that I got.
That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes. That some of the pictures she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but he could still tell that it was her. That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos? He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom.
Yep, so that is what he admitted to right there in interrogation, that she had sent pictures and all of that. And that was my first time hearing it earlier. I did not hear that in the other interrogation video, and I never listened to this because it's so horrible. So what do y'all think about that? I mean, I guess we got a couple different little things. The audio was horrible, but we definitely got through it. So that was the end of that. Let me see what y'all saying. So I'm showing here that he is linked to that church. I mean, he was at the church. I guess she got christened there. And then, you know, something that I said when I was looking at that video, the people that was sitting on the bench, I said it was only a sprinkle of people in there, and the two people that I could see, they looked like witches. And I said that not even thinking about Could this be that type of church going on? I mean, they dealing with more bones and burying things and all of this kind of stuff. I wasn't thinking like that. I don't know what kind of church this is. I really don't. But this picture right here was from 11 years ago. And when I found this picture on Facebook, it actually only had one comment. One comment. That one comment came from Florentino. And it said beautiful. That was the only comment on this picture. And I thought, wow. And then finding out after talking to the boyfriend, Marquita boyfriend, saying that Jarvis and Florentino got into it before, like they in a relationship. What are you fighting for? I'm confused with that. The church's first lady post about helping missing kids, didn't post ZIYAH though. Now that's crazy. That's crazy right there. Like if she went to that church ever, I mean, and Net allegedly is dedicated to the church, I guess, or that's the church she go to. That would have been the first people. They should have formed a whole search party to look for her. They should have made a big deal, especially since he liked to post flyers about parties and different stuff like that. We know that they definitely post flyers about parties and events that they having to collect money or whatever. And then the weirdos that they got around there. But this picture, it just really is disturbing. Let me make sure I got put everything up that I had here. Let me move this video right quick. And I'm gonna see what y'all saying. But yeah, this dude right here is scary. Ooga.
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that notification bell. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch?
Well, that baby is his firstborn. Well, the Shannon's oldest, and she was being christened that day. So they was at that church, and it was the post itself says it was 11 years ago. So yeah, she was about 11, right? Yep. And let me move this. I was saying that this person is scary. And I was showing, that's what I was doing, showing that picture of ZIYAH, because it really pisses me off when I look at this picture, dude. So I'm going to just go through all the pictures that I have that's relevant. I'm going to take these out. Wait, that's Carmelo. So if you didn't catch the live stream from yesterday, we did a recap of the exclusive interview or conversation I had with Marquita's boyfriend, and some new information came out there. So if you didn't check that out, please do. This is the that was them at the bowling alley. Why ZIYAH is being recorded and she's not wanting to be recorded. I'm gonna have to put that video in here for the next live stream, just to show all of her behavior from this weirdo recording her, just following her around, making her feel uncomfortable, and her grandmother and them just over there in their own little world. They don't give a damn. They know who they got around these kids. So the video that I was playing of the pastor was recorded by this guy 8 years ago. I played it in a video yesterday. And yep, that's when she was being christened right there. This dude. That's the record. I don't know. I see my signal went down. Oh, let me move this out the way. What are we doing here? Something in the milk ain't clean, okay? This dude was at the bowling alley. I thought it was another boy kid taking her pic. Nope, it was the guy that was at the bowling alley. That Kenneth dude is the one that did that. And I just, like, I was just able to, like, slow it down and really focus in on her face. Another thing, like, when I first looked at that picture, I didn't even notice Annette I didn't notice Annette was there. I had to slow down the video to be able to capture her because it went past her real quick. And I kind of slowed it down and made it still to be able to do that. And the same with this, because this went by fast too. But that face, man, I ain't never seen that girl face look like that. Just just utterly disgusted. And per this guy, they were spending nights over there. Oh, good, you could hear me. He was creepy. Heck yeah, I would be scared of dude. Shoot. Yes, I heard Niecy, his ex. I heard. She looked so, yeah, she just looked disgusted to me. Like, I mean, I see, it's like when she walked and noticed that he was like focusing in on her, she kind of like stepped forward and stopped. Then she came forward again and kind of slumped down in this stance that she had. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do the video on that because that's sad, man. She looked traumatized. I mean, she does. What the hell happened when she was over there? Like, you got somebody with this background and you got kids spending nights over there. Sick. And you got a grandmother that befriended the person, according to Kenya. I mean, I seen what Kenya said. That it was an inappropriate relationship between this dude and Florentino. Even though he was 19, I heard her say, I guess this dude was 26 or something. I don't know. But Florentino, we ain't worried about him at this point. But the other ones, yeah. Talking about driving around at night, parking at night, and just walking the streets, dangerous streets of Detroit. That was creepy. That was creepy. That's what you do on your spare time? Park your car in a late night when ain't nothing moving. I mean, you can catch people like getting in their car, all kind of creepy stuff go on in a dangerous neighborhood in the middle of the night. You think? But yeah, I definitely really wasn't trying to talk about him. But thank y'all again for everybody that hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all so much. He is a creep, super creep. No one did anything, didn't even notice she was uncomfortable. Exactly. They just over there, just whatever they talking about, what they about to eat or who they about to be desperate for next. I don't know. Who about to get the key next. You know, I don't know what they talking about. Just slow. Apparently he was messing with me. Man. I heard a little bit of that. And ain't nothing funny about it at all. Like that was he was forced into the same thing that she was. Ain't nothing okay about that. That's sick. That's upsetting too. Because we always knew that he wasn't running from nothing. And then, you know, to hear the father say that her brother said that this has been happening to her since she was 12. But then he was saying that he didn't know that this was going on. He was saying, I wish he would have talked to me and stuff when he came out in public. But he knew. We do know that he knew because the same things was going on there, allegedly. Hopefully, you know, it ain't too late. It ain't too late. So I'm hoping something like that'll happen. Yeah, I believe it seems they surround themselves with, yep, exactly. It's like a requirement. You move to one place, there's one there. That's all what autistic and that on the record. You know, then you move down the street and there's another group, that a guys that's doing her hair, and Vari said that he mentioned something about hanging out with the guys next door too. So I don't know. And then I do remember Naziah saying people on the street be watching. Then we find out Jarvis got people on the street. It's like, who own these houses? Do Annette own them, or are they owned by the church? I wonder. Because we have to remember, you know, when Naziah's father was saying how he was working on all the, I was wondering, how did he get so connected with Annette? If you think about it, like, okay, this was just allegedly a fly by night dude. How did he get so connected with the mother of a woman that he messed with and made a kid that you gave away? Y'all decided that y'all was gonna give her to the grandmother to raise. You didn't want your wife to know. So at what point did they get close and he's doing handiwork on her house and stuff? He mentioned her moving from place to place. I couldn't find her. I couldn't keep up with her. He mentioned her squatting and all of that. He mentioned fixing up several houses that she stayed in. He said, I was around. I was there. I would go do stuff for her all the time. I would bring her, do this, whatever he was saying. And I just do find that odd, because it ain't like he had this serious relationship with the mother. And I do remember him saying that her choice was powder. That's what he said. And then Mark had asked him, did you do it with her? He's like, no, that wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing. But he did used to drink a lot, I guess. And yep, everybody was fixing on the house. And I'm like, what's the connection? The church. Because we still don't know what church. We need to find that out. He was paying her cash for child support. So how did he not see Naziah? He was paying cash for child support? No, I think I remember him saying that his wife found out because he had set up he put himself on child support, and they sent something to his house. So it sounded like it was through the courts, if we are to believe what he said. But that is what he said. He was like, my wife found out when the paperwork came to the house when I put myself on child support. And he's like, he didn't know that they was gonna do that. I fell out when I first heard that. You sitting up here cheating and the freaking child support told on you. I love hearing that. Light it up. Welcome in, Olivia B. Olivia, same darling. Let's see. Sound like Annette was allegedly okay. Yes. Serving them up for sure. For sure. I hadn't heard that though, JT, that he was paying her cash. But when I heard that man say that he had been in the hospital for years, he had been disconnected for years, he could not walk. It took him years to get back together. He had to learn to walk again and all that. And then said it's been 4 or 5 years since he's seen his daughter. And then come to find out it's been 8. She was what, 5 the last time he seen her? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So when the police came to him and asked, when was the last time you seen your daughter? He didn't even know what school she went to, nothing. Because I guess when they asked him about the school, because Jarvis had came up to that school pretending to be her dad, allegedly. That's the other shady part. Why wasn't that a big deal made about that? Why didn't the school have that in their records? I remember that coming up too. It's just so much. But I'm glad we got a chance to. Oh, I didn't hear how he was paying. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard that either. That's new. If he gave up custody, then how did they send papers? See, that only now that's another thing I was talking about. Like, when I do believe that even if the kid is adopted out through CPS or whatever, if they know who the father is, those people can go after them for child support. But I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like it was game with them, but I really don't know. My thing is, if you gave your child up, why are you still going around? Why are you going around, period? Because it ain't like you allegedly knew this family. You met the mother. How did you end up with the grandmother and all that? It don't make sense. I was thinking, I mean, do they just, do the church, they do like this dating app type thing through the church, and they make babies to circulate between the people that's creepy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, could that be his way of paying the bishop back for, or Annette paying for her houses that she popping up with on the same street? How's she paying for them houses? And if they giving them to her, what is she doing for them? Yeah, that's what I want to know. It's a lot of crazy, wicked stuff going on. We know that. Something ain't right. If you sign away your rights, you don't have to pay custody unless you put yourself on child support. It could just be a whole lie. The child support, because the first thing I was thinking, like, he was raving about this bishop doing this housework, which mean that, construction or whatever, which meant to me that he didn't have a job, a real job. So that's one of those jobs, an independent contractor, that if you ain't working, then you ain't making no money. So it's not like child support got anything to draw it from. You ain't collecting Social Security, 401k, or none of that. You're just working for pay that day type of thing. And if you're not working, you ain't making no money. So how much child support was he really paying? Getting them houses for activities. Exactly. And speaking of activities, that was the other thing. Just thinking about Jarvis' sister and how she cried about when she was on the stand, and then that lady, the defense brings up her getting into and not really speaking to Jarvis since their grandmother died, and finding out that the grandmother 20 years ago, that girl was kidnapped, that two interview, that really sticks out to me. Like, this dude, he wasn't new to this. He was true to it. He was comfortable in it. He had people working with him. And whoever these people is, I guess he would never tell. Because, if he would have told already, it should be more arrests. But it hasn't been. And I need to find that guy that went and interviewed Frank. He went and talked to Frank. At least that he said that he talked to Frank. He lives in Detroit. He went up to the shop. He talked to him. And he was telling him how, like, when this offers happened, it was people up at the shop asking for Frank, like they was trying to do something. Because Jarvis allegedly had been telling people that he was Frank. And so, it was people sitting outside the shop waiting on Frank. And so the people that were at the shop was like, man, these people are up here waiting on you. Like, they were scared, allegedly. Frank ended up coming up there after he blew it off for a while. He finally ended up going up there, and the people was like, that's not Frank. He's like, yeah, I'm Frank. I am Frank. Nah, this ain't the guy that we've been talking to. So he ended up saying that Jarvis had been telling people that he was Frank, the owner of the shop. And then when he said that, I said, well, if that's the case, if that's true, then that means King would have been having to go along with that same lie. I don't know. I just know that I ran into this guy. He came to my channel, like, when I first started covering this case, and he went up to the store, and he went up to the shop, but I thought it was odd that he didn't record anything, or he didn't have no proof that he talked to the guy. So, but he did say that he did. And some of the stuff that he was saying, I would love to revisit that, because I want to know, what do Frank look like? You know what I'm saying? If you talk to him, And he did say Frank wasn't black, though. He did say that. So, Miss V, I believe you showed the video when the dad was talking about he was taking the ZIYAH clothes, money, etc. Yep, I did. And it's actually titled Naziah Harris' Father. It was a couple months ago. We the people on the behalf of Naziah has no one to turn from her so-called family. Yep, exactly. A cult. SEX. I'm with you on that. Especially with it happening to all of them. Frank is Arabic. Okay. Yep. Yep. That's what it looked like. I seen that on Too's video. I got a picture, but that was another thing that blew me away about this case. Frank, his record, and being expunged and the connections, like, because even the guy that I'm talking about that said that he talked to Frank, and Frank told him that it was cameras in the shop too. That was another thing. He said it was cameras in the shop. But that was one of the reasons why he was in trouble for tampering with footage. So that also rang out to me when I heard that. I was like, wait a minute, that dude did say that guy Frank said that he got cameras in the shop, and he said he didn't see nothing on the cameras or something. He also said, that Jarvis got a job when he come back, if he good or whatever or something. But he didn't have no receipts, but he said that, and I didn't think he was lying or anything. I just want to question him myself now. So if I find that guy, I'll have him come on and speak. Frank had a record too. Exact. Yep, he did. He had a record of SO. Same record as these guys. He got that, and also tampering with some camera footage or something. I need to look into it again. And also Vari's girlfriend coming up missing. That was weird. Like, what the hell? And ain't nobody said nothing about it. But I mean, I don't know how we found that out and stuff. I gotta look into that. But those are things that I'm thinking. So the next time I go live, we'll probably talk about something like that, because I want to see if there were cameras in the shop and he knew exactly what was going on in the shop and was getting rid of evidence. Yep. Because look, it's already on the record. It's already something that he's accustomed to doing, and I'm surprised it's cameras in there, period, knowing what's going on. All of these businesses in the same area. And then, something else, one of my subscribers had contacted me and let me know that was a really bad area. Like, they got hit 8 times in that area back in probably 20 years ago. They said that area is scummy bummy. It's a bad area. Bad area right there between Warren and East Mac. Right there where they claim that Naziah was spotted at. And then when you think about it, and I'm talking about now the message that Marquita had posted on Facebook, lying, talking about not Naziah, or allegedly lying, saying that she was spotted at liquor stores and gas stations. Then come to find out, oh, she was at the gas station. It wasn't on East Warren. And look, she was at the gas station, right, next to the shop. And also, King said that they put in Angel's liquor store to pick her up. So there's the gas station and the liquor store right there. Interesting, right? Interesting. Wow, my need to do better and get these deviants off the street. It's like, I'm telling you, if you want to get away with something, it seems like you can get the least time dealing with this type of thing. They don't get the time that they deserve. King was charged with SA child. It was oddly dismissed, which is hard to dismiss. That plaintiff must have disappeared. Now, I did see the same charges as Jarvis pop up after, concerning ZIYAH on his record, and then Roxy, I said it's something about it being a mistake. I don't think I seen the essay on there. I don't think I seen it with my eyes. I think I seen that that's interesting though, JT. If some charges was there and you got a point. Like they don't just disappear. Like unless it was found to be not right. They found out somebody was lying or something, or somebody changed their story. Just like that's why CPS didn't do nothing, remember? Because they changed their story. Allegedly, the kids, when CPS came and talked to them. And then the conversation that CPS had with Jarvis that I read yesterday was ridiculous. This dude got the record that he got, and they did nothing about these girls complaining about him doing something and accepted that they changed their story as if they wasn't coached to change their story. Was Jarvis not in a courtroom when King testified? You know, sometimes if they have someone who's already incarcerated testify, they remove the other party so there's no snitches. Nope, that really blew me away because he was absolutely in the courtroom. But one thing that I did notice about King's testimony, his testimony was back in November. It was months before the ones that we seen later. But Jarvis was in the courtroom because I went back and looked for that. That's how I know. I went back and looked. Like, was he in the courtroom? He sure was, clear as day. That man stood up, looked over there, and still said he didn't see this man. And then Annette does the same thing. These testimonies is months apart. Exactly. They flock together. Exactly, Olivia. They in their own little weird circles. And I believe that church is part of it. Because, I seen the pastor hugging a man talking about his son-in-law. So, it's a lot of different things going on. Parties and, no judge zone and all this. I'm wondering. And then the boyfriend saying that he went to the church and the pastor was cussing. Talking to about 5 people sitting there. So, everything is alleged, but still. He was there. King identified him. Yeah, he was there. He said he couldn't see him. And then they showed him a picture. That's crazy, too. That is crazy. Let me see if I can pull that up quick. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick since we talking about it. But usually when I try to pull stuff up quick while I'm live, it don't work out. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Let me go back out. I see 91, but I heard y'all say we got over 100. Or we got 100 thumbs up. Let's see. We got 110 thumbs up. Shout out to y'all. And then we have 16,377 subscribers. We want to hit 20K pretty soon, We did hit the 10 million channel views, though. That's a great accomplishment. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me go to that. Hold on. Dang it, I keep on. I'm already over my limit, over my time, so. I can't even think where I seen that at. I think I know where I can find it. Let me go straight to it. Right here where I'm at, I guess. I think he ended up putting it on here. But I have found that on a whole nother channel before. There you go. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, right here. could do that too. Let's see. Move this. Okay, here we go.
Drove my 300 and Jarvis drove the Jaguar.
Look, that's funny. We came up on that
She was
part
with him in the.
because the auntie said that he was in a truck. Okay, so let's go here.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you have his name on? Could you spell his first name for me?
Cordell.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning.
And Mr. Wright, do you have a nickname?
Yes.
And what's your nickname?
King.
Is that King?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. How old are you?
37.
When's your birthday?
11/17.
So him and Jarvis share birthday months.
And Mr. Wright, back in January 2024, were you on an MDOC tether?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And what dates were you on tether from?
From March 14th, 23 to March 28th of 24.
And what were your tether restrictions back then?
I could leave the house from 6 in the morning. I had to be back in by 9 p.m.
Mr. Wright, do you know someone named Jarvis Butts?
Yes, I do.
How do you know Jarvis Butts?
I first met him. We worked together at a shop called Frank's, and then we owned the shop together.
And do you see Jarvis Butts in the courtroom today?
Why is this stopping like this?
No.
Yeah. Would you be able to stand up so you can look around?
Yes. No.
When did you meet Mr. Butts?
Why didn't they swing the damn camera
2018.
over there? I thought they did.
And you said you two worked together initially at a place called
What are
Frank's.
we doing here?
Frank's.
All right. Where's Frank's at?
We know he in there because this the guard that was holding him on one of the pictures that I got. I thought they swung the camera over there though. I ain't trying to watch this whole thing. I thought we was about to solve this right now. Hold on. They getting on my nerves.
He has a couple locations. He has 7, but the one I met him at was on Warren and Neff.
7 locations, old
And
Frank.
what locations of Frank's did you work at with Mr. Butts?
Warren and Neff.
Warren and Neff. So was that the guy? Is Warren and Neff the one that is across the street from the Travel Inn, or was that Harper? I thought that. I gotta check.
Yes. And Mr. Wright, I'm approaching those proposed exhibits 4, 5, and 6. Can you look at these and tell me if you recognize those?
I recognize this one, and this one.
And those are those a fair and accurate depiction of the Frank's Auto Shops? At least 2 of them on Warren and the other one maybe on Harper?
Yes.
Okay, which is the one that's on Harper?
The last one on the inside.
Okay, and that's proposed exhibit 6?
Yes.
The last one on the inside, so it's a red and yellow one.
Okay, you're not going to the admission of Peoples 4, 5, and 6?
The objection, no objection. You'll be admitted as equals exhibits 4, 5, and 6.
Thank you, Judge.
I see a red and yellow fence or building. And they clearly asked him which one did he work at with Mr. Butts. I'm gonna have to listen to this again. I wasn't looking at that at first. Which one is it now? What we talking about?
How long did you work at Frank's with Mr. Butts?
A few years.
About how many years would you estimate?
2.
And when did that change from Frank's to another shop?
Maybe in 23 sometime.
Okay. Would it be earlier in the year or later in the year?
Maybe mid, maybe in May. Well, maybe April, May.
And where did you guys work at?
We got a shop together on 9,000 Connor.
Okay. All right.
And what was at 9,000 Connor?
A Tico, a car wash, and our shop was in the middle of both.
All right.
Your manager?
Yes.
Great, I'm handing you this market book, your post exhibits 7 and 8. Can you look at those and tell me if you recognize them?
Yes, I don't know.
And are those a fair and accurate depiction of your shop at 9,000 Connor?
Yes, it is.
And you're not going to the people's proposed exhibits 7 and 8?
No objection. Be admitted as equals exhibits 7 and 8.
Thank you.
I think it was the other person. Wasn't it the other?
And who was it that you mainly worked with at 9,000 Connor?
Sorry.
Who was it that you worked with at 9,000 Connor?
Jarvis.
I want to take you back to when you were working at Frank's with Mr. Butts. Did you ever see Mr. Butts with any children there?
Yes.
And specifically, did you see him with any young girl children?
Yes.
And did you know who those were?
Yes.
Who were they? Who were they?
His daughter.
And what did you do?
Get out, park the car, get out.
Is he over? Yeah, he's sitting there. Shit, let me.
We going. My son's grandma and I believe his auntie was there as well, so they greeted us. They spoken to him before, so they greeted him, and then my son grandma asked who the little girl was.
Did you introduce the little girl?
No.
Okay. Who introduced the little girl?
Jarvis did.
And what did Jarvis introduce her as?
His niece.
And how long do you guys stay in this lane?
Not long, maybe 15 minutes or so. My son auntie had to go get the rest of our money that my grandma didn't have, so she went to the ATM.
What do you guys do when the ATM?
Talking. Talking. She was just telling us about the work she needed to get around her house, etc., so on and so forth.
And was Mr. Butts with you the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, his ass over there. Like, this irritated me. I couldn't find him. Like, he's sitting there, and King said he couldn't see him. But heck, I couldn't see him either till I found him because they covering him up. So could he really not see him when he said he couldn't see him? I'm just saying, that was the whole point in me pulling up this video, was to see, was he really sitting there? And I thought I remembered that he really was. So why didn't they make him identify him at that moment? Why did it take the other person? Because I don't think he identified him until this woman came up and showed him a picture to identify him.
That's correct.
You said you guys worked together at Frank's for about 2 years,
That's correct.
and so that means in about 2020, you opened up the shop in Connor.
No, in 2021, I went to.
That's when you came back
I came back to the same thing.
at Frank's?
Yes.
And then what year was that?
That was 2023.
Okay, and so then how long after you came back were you the two of you at Frank's together?
Maybe a few months to maybe like the middle of the year. So maybe around either April. It was still a little cold outside.
So in early spring.
Yeah.
Did you ever behavior that made question about within?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I think she.
Probably about 8:40. I go to the gym, so we open at 8, but I'm never there at 8, so I probably got there maybe 8:40.
Okay, so we wanted to see, was Jarvis really in the courtroom when she asked, was he there? Did he see him? And he was. So I just wanted to make sure that I did that. Imagine a community, the police, the local government authorities, schools, social services, both known to the police. Man, all them people, all them folks you named, a lot of people, look, they didn't hear or see no evil and didn't do their job, allegedly. Like the judge said, Jarvis was hiding behind the attorneys. The whole dang on time, cowering down there. And they gave him all the cover he needed. He had a mask on. He got bodies to cover him. He's covered. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody cover ZIYAH, but they got him covered, right? To the point where they didn't even make King identify him properly. Like, that don't even make sense to me. Immediately when he said that he did not see King right there, Jarvis right there, they should have moved out the damn way and stood him up. And that man should have been sitting at the table where his attorney's sitting at. He should be sitting between them. He should not be behind them. I'm telling you, this is just, those are the things that piss me off when I think about it. He cowering down there with a mask on, covering him. Ugh, just annoying. I don't care. He was the only other one sitting there in a prison clothes. Like, it took me a minute to find him, though. They had him covered so good. But come on, man. He had to know that he was there. I'm just appalled at how that all went. But I do know at some point they did identify him. I just can't find him. I think she showed him a picture of Jarvis. I know that she showed him a picture of Jarvis. But I didn't like the way that went. I don't like that all of the stuff seemed to be working out in his favor. You know I love the judge too. She rocked for real. She said, I love the judge. She was not playing with him. Exactly. She wasn't. She's like, this whole time I've been trying to figure out you. I didn't know if you were slow mentally, like whatever word she said, like she thought he was at first. No, I think you own to something, Judge. Don't go too far away from that. Because he definitely think he's smart. The people that he's been around makes him feel smart. But we all know the truth. Dumb as a box of rocks. In here, interrogation, thinking he's smarter than everybody else telling on himself. So I just want to say, if you missed the live stream from yesterday, please check that out. And also check out my shorts playlist, my video playlist. If you want content under 8 minutes or under 60 seconds, check out my shorts. It's a lot of content here, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We did another 3 hours. We getting it in. But I definitely have to get out of here right now. So shout out to all my new moderators. Thank y'all so much. Sherry, Lady JJ, and who else? I knew I was gonna forget. It's one more person. Sherry, Lady JJ. I can't find her. But thank y'all so much for joining the Viral Mod Squad. And shout out to all my new subscribers that subscribed today. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. As soon as I find where I'm trying to go. Make this go viral.
Woo.
Oh, Alma. It's the other one. Shout out to Alma. Thank you, BFF. See you later, Sister Abby. Thank you. Thank all y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's get to 500 on the replay. Dang, I'm all in the wrong place. So shout out to everybody that tuned in. Let me look at something right quick because I noticed I want to thank everybody that was hitting the reactions because that really helps also. So shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Where the heck is it at? That's weird. Hold on. Oh, way up here. Okay, so I wanted to look at some stats right quick. Of course, my phone would ring here. Shout out to y'all for hitting the reactions, and shout out to the 10,000 people that came through and viewed this live stream. I greatly appreciate y'all. I got 1,586 reactions, and we peaked at 194. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we gonna get up out of here before I tear up my phone and everything else around me.
What in the fuckity fuck kind of shit is this?
Wow. We gonna get out of here. Peace and love, y'all. We out.